Since I grew up in a Capuchin parish, whenever I thought of priesthood as a young man, I always thought of being a Capuchin priest. And when I was 18, I went to the Capuchin Seminary, St. Fidelis, in Herman, Pennsylvania. But I stayed only 2 months. I was homesick, and my sister was dying of cancer at the time, and my grandparents were not well. Since I had failed as a Capuchin, I thought, well, maybe the Lord is calling me to be a diocesan priest. I was in school at the University of Kansas, which was in the Archdiocese of Kansas City, and I applied for the seminary there, and I was accepted. And I loved it from the very first. I loved theological studies, studying the scriptures and Christology, all those wonderful things we get to do as we prepare for the priesthood. But after I was ordained, I began to serve in Kansas City, Kansas, and the Archbishop asked me where I would like to go. And I said, well, I'd like to work among the poor. I'd like maybe to work with Spanish-speaking people, or maybe in the African-American community, somewhere in the inner city. Well, the bishop sent me to the wealthiest parish in the suburbs, where everyone looked pretty much like me and also had a lot of money in the bank. They were wonderful people, and I learned an awful lot. And the more I began to pray, the more I began to realize that maybe the Lord is still calling me to be a Capuchin. I did 2 directed retreats that were in silence, and I discovered both times that very much the Lord was calling me to be a Capuchin. And that was a wonderful way for me to integrate my Capuchin life with my vocation to be a priest. 2 vocations that now became one within my own story of faith.